Welcome to the 2014 result briefing. My name is Patrick von Essen and I'm the CEO of Dovre Group. Let's first look at the highlights of the past year. We had a slow spring and that prompted some actions. We did mainly three things. We focused increasingly on our sales process and sales team. We decided to discontinue two non-performing business units and initiated a cost efficiency program. Mainly thanks to those three actions, we saw some progress throughout the year. Also, during the year in July, we started with a new group executive team. We managed to win 3 strategic frame agreements during the summer and early fall. We launched our focused growth strategy in October. During the year, the number of Dovre Club members quadrupled, and towards the end of the year, we initiated the restructuring of our associated company, Sararasa. All in all, 2014, despite soft markets and some one-off costs, we managed to reach all-time high sales, both in the Q4 and also for the full year. Our operating profit trended up towards the end of the year, but we are not yet satisfied with the operating profit level. In this picture you can see the reported operating profit for each quarter of 2014, and as you can see, the Q4 was clearly the best quarter of last year. Our focused growth strategy has some very specific targets for the year 2019, and to reach those targets we have started 4 strategic programs, each program owned by one of the members of the executive team. The programs we call Foundation, Growth, Performance and Culture are instrumental in taking us to the targets that we have set ourselves for the year 2019. The main targets for us are to reach net sales of 200 million and an operating profit of at least 5% in 2019. For us, it is important that we become the most attractive employer in this business. Some look at the more detailed numbers for concerning 2014 and also comparing to the previous year. Quarter 4, the fourth quarter, slight increase in sales and an increase in the operating result compared to the previous year. Reasonably good cash flow also in the last quarter, 3 million euro, and a slight increase in the headcount as well. If we look at the full year numbers, we can note that we did reach a slight growth in the annual net sales, This, I would say, is a good achievement, taking into account the fact that the market certainly did not help us this year. The operating result, clearly a disappointment, and it was in practice halved compared to the previous year. If we look at the quarterly net sales for the past 2 years, we can see that Q4 of 2014 is the highest sales we have had in the past 8 quarters, representing a growth of 2.5% compared to the previous year, Q4, and roughly the same growth also when looking at local currencies. And if we look at the operating profit, we can see that we are far from the levels that we reached in Q2 and Q3 of 2013, but we did improve reasonably much compared to Q4 of 2013. Also the trend the last couple of months, couple of quarters is encouraging. Looking at the 2 business areas, we can see that project personnel and consulting both grew in the last quarter of 2014 compared to the previous year. Consulting rather briskly. For the full year, project personnel grew slightly and the consulting declined somewhat, and this is due to a very slow start for consulting in 2014. In local currencies, our growth last year was about 6%, which is a good achievement taking into account the market situation. Dovre Group has a strong balance sheet, more than 10 million euro in cash, and gearing which is clearly in the negative. The earnings per share for 2014 were a disappointment, and the board is recommending to the annual general meeting a dividend of 0.02 per share. Looking ahead, we can see that the market situation will remain challenging. There is no quick recovery in sight for our clients. We also see that the business we are in is being consolidated, and we expect that consolidation trend to continue. For this year, for 2015, we will manage to keep the same level of net sales by continuing to focus on sales and by leveraging the good portfolio of frame agreements we have for project personnel, and thanks to a relatively strong order stock that we have in our consulting business. For the operating profit, we will improve This is mainly thanks to the fact that we have discontinued 2 non-performing business units which had a negative impact on our 2014 operating profit. We have also taken cost-saving measures throughout 2014, which will reach their full effect now in this year, and we will continue to scrutinize our cost to find more cost efficiency. So the guidance for 2015 is that net sales is expected to be at the same level as in 2014, and the operating profit or operating result is expected to improve from 2014. Thank you very much for your attention, and I'm always available if there are questions that you would like to ask. Thank you.